We are going to practice multiplying fractions today. Hopefully you took the notes in your notebook yesterday. At the top of your paper, write today's date, 11/10/2020, and then write practice on it. So I'm going to fold this backwards so we can see the first 6. If you remember from your notes from yesterday, you simply multiply straight across. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. So 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8. Can't simplify it. That's all you have to do. Number 2, 1/2 times 1/3, you multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Cannot simplify it. Number 3, 1/4 times 1/3, multiply straight across. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 3 is 12. Can't simplify it. Number 4, 1/4 times 1/4. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 4 is 8. Pretty simple stuff. There is no finding a common denominator. You don't do that when you multiply fractions, or you don't do it when you divide them either. Only adding and subtracting is finding a common denominator. So number 5, 1/2 times 1/6. 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 6 is 12. Now number 6 is a little bit different. We have 3 times 1/4. So when you have a whole number, remember the song, if you want to multiply, put a 1 under it. Now you have a numerator and a denominator. The reason this works is because, remember, this line means divide. What is 3 divided by 1? It's 3. It's the whole number 3. So that's why it works. That's why you can just put a 1 under it, because 3 is the same thing as 3 first. Now we're going to multiply straight across. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. 3/4. I would like for you to copy down 7 through 10. Pause the video and work them out by yourself. So 1/3 times 3/4 is 7. Number 8 is 1/2 times 4/5. Number 9 is 1/2 times 3/5. Number 10 is 2/3 times 1/4. And actually, let's go ahead and do 11 and 12. Number 11 is 1/3 times 3/5. And number 12 is 4/5 times 1/3. So once you get those copied down, I want you to pause the video, work them out by yourself, then unpause the video and see how many you got correct. All right, you should have 7 through 12 worked out now. Now, some of my answers are not correct. Some of my answers are wrong because I did not simplify. And I bet some of you did not simplify as well. On the first 6, we didn't have to simplify, but on some of these, we do have to simplify. Remember, simplifying is when you divide the top and the bottom by the biggest number possible to make the fraction smaller or simpler. So 3/12, you can actually divide it by 3/3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. So yes, you got 3/12 when you multiplied, but when you simplified, you should have gotten 1/4. 4/10 can be simplified. You divide them both by 2/2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the simplified answer is 2/5. Number 9 cannot be simplified. 3/10 is already in simplest form. Number 10 can be simplified. 2/12, you're going to divide them both by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 1/6 is your simplified answer. 3/15 can be simplified. You're going to divide them both by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Number 12, 4/15 cannot be simplified. It is already in simplest form. Hopefully you got several of those correct. Now, as we continue, our numbers are going to get a little bit bigger. So chances are we're going to have to do some more simplifying. So I want you to write down 13 through 18, and then I want you to pause the video and think about, can you simplify them before you unpause the video to look at the answers. So number 13 is 3/4 times 4/5. Number 14 is 4/5 times 2/3. Number 15 is 3/4 times 5/6. Number 16 is 4/5 times 5/8. Number 17 is 2/5 times 3/4. And number 18 is 4/5 times 3/4. So go ahead and pause the video, work them out, and see if you can simplify them before you unpause the video. So hopefully you were able to practice your simplifying skills. All of those could be simplified except for number 14. So number 13 simplified to 3/5. Number 14 was just 8/15. Number 15 simplified to 5/8. Number 16 simplified to 1/2. Number 17 simplified to 3/10. And number 18 simplified to 3/5. If you are struggling with simplifying, you look back in your notes. We took some a few weeks ago on simplifying or reducing fractions when we were studying adding and subtracting. If you still don't understand, send me an email or ask me in a Zoom meeting. I do want to call your attention to number 18 and number 13. So I'm going to fold the paper here so we can see both of them at the same time. If you notice, this one says 3/4 times 4/5. This one says 4/5 times 3/4. The same two fractions, but in a different order. They're flipped over, so you get the same answer. So that is called the commutative property of multiplication. When you multiply factors in a different order, but you get the same answer. There's a commutative property of multiplication and a commutative property of addition. There is not a commutative property of division or subtraction. You cannot flip over a subtraction or division to get the same answer. All right, we have 6 more problems to do. So copy these down on your paper. Number 19, 5/6 times 5/8. Number 20, 8/9 times 2/3. Number 21, 3/7 times 2/9. Number 22, 3/4 times 5/12. Number 23, 5/6 times 3/10. And number 24, 7/8 times 3/5. Pause the video, work them out. Try really, really hard on your simplifying. The multiplying process, multiplying straight across, that's pretty simple. But you really need to focus on your simplifying. Not as many could have been simplified this time. There were 3 that could be simplified. So number 19, 25/48. Number 20, 16/27. Number 21 simplified to 2/21. Number 22 simplified to 5/16. Number 23 simplified to 1/4. And number 24 could not be simplified. It was 21/40. If you are struggling with simplifying, please shoot me an email and tell me you need help.